Hello, welcome to this FE3 video for Fire Emblem 4 Kings Deposition, a bit of a unique situation for a hack because this is not a standalone hack. This is actually a prequel to an existing hack, the 4 Kings. I am KrashBoomBang, person who made this hack and 4 Kings, and I'm joined by...
Nuke, a person who partially helped out with development of both and is just here to respond to whatever is about to happen.
Well said. So, today we're going to be doing Chapter 2, Hear Us Out. So while all this story stuff goes on, we're just going to talk over this hack. So like I said, this is a prequel to 4 Kings. It focuses on one of the main antagonists of 4 Kings, Daltrey. You might, if you've played that hack before, then you might remember him as the main villain for Lionel's route.
Yeah, he was the guy who kind of overthrew their older brother to put the ruling party of the country into the hands of the rebels, because they believed that these guys just were doing a terrible job of running it.
Yeah, but I felt that Daltrey was the least interesting of the three villains in the main story. Because with the other two, Reiner himself was not very deep, but I thought he was entertaining enough. Like, he's a stupid, greedy idiot face. He doesn't need to be deep. He just needs to be funny. And his subordinates were also really good. And then the other main villain, who I won't spoil, got plenty of explanation behind them, so I didn't feel like they needed anything else. But Daltrey, I felt, didn't get enough screen time, and when he was on screen, he wasn't all that interesting. And then his two main subordinates defected to the player anyway, so I thought I should flesh him out a bit. And
yeah, well, it's more like he just didn't have any connection to anyone else. He was just this no-name who came out of nowhere to cause problems for them.
yeah,
Didn't really know why he was doing it, how he got the rebels behind him.
yeah. So I figured, why not give him a story of his own to show who he was before he led a rebellion and how he got there. So, as we're seeing in this opening story, he was originally a mercenary leader in a location from 4 Kings, actually. This was Chapter 13 in that game. And...
yeah, it's Askew's main port.
Yep. And we can also see here, well, you might recognize that portrait as a free-to-use one. That's Orville, who was the boss of this map in 4 Kings. So,
if you played 4 Kings around when it originally came out, he used to use the Mug of Theodora, but probably big thing in this hack is actually giving portraits to a lot of those generic bosses on his route, because there were a lot of them.
Yeah, like, Orville was a Theodore recolor, because I was pretty lazy about that guy. But, like, nobody knows who Theodore is, it's totally fine. But I decided he's going to be playable in this, I should give him, like, a proper portrait, and by proper, I mean a free-to-use one. But you also see the people who are going around with Daltrey, they were not originally in 4 Kings. They are his mercenary squad, the Sand Sharks. So, back in the original release of 4 Kings, in Chapter 12, it was a boat map, and there were 3 generic bosses. So I ended up turning them into his mercenary squad.
Yeah, their stats are, I believe they're slightly stronger than what originally existed.
There are different spreads overall, like Lorelei, who we can see, the sage right here. She's got like relatively average offenses, but has really high luck, which a generic sage would definitely not have that. And then Regina here is a very fast sniper, whereas generic enemy snipers are pretty slow.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're slow.
Well,
just like not exceptionally fast.
Yeah, I guess they're not as fast as like Swordmasters or whatever. They're mid-speed tier. They cap out at like 19 speed. And then that blue hero over there, Celia, is she's actually got a really similar stat spread to Terry from 4 Kings, like high strength, low skill, high res.
Yeah, in the same chapter you get him even.
Yeah. But yeah, here we have Chapter 2. It takes place in the top right corner of 4 Kings Chapter 13, which that's kind of the nice thing about making a prequel with pre-existing locations. I don't have to make brand new maps for everything when it makes sense for the story. So
yeah, didn't you just transplant this onto the original ROM in the first place?
Yeah, well, I used 4 Kings as a base for making this, because, like, why use a brand new ROM for it? But yeah,
Yes, that's a lot of personal weapons floating out through the files, isn't it?
Yeah, I used, so I did preps earlier. But yeah, this is a map, and you also probably recognize this song from Four Kings. There's a lot of things taken from it for obvious reasons. I like to think of it almost like a DLC pack for Four Kings, in the same way you'd think of like Three Houses Cindered Shadows, where it's sort of the same deal. It's a short little campaign. This is 8 chapters with set units, all that jazz. And because this is a very short campaign with very few units, there's only 12 total normal units. Yeah, there's only 12 normal units in this game, and all of their deaths cause a game over because they're all plot critical.
Yep.
Of course, there are still save points like in Four Kings, so you got checkpoints. You don't have to worry about doing every map in one perfect run.
Yeah, and anyone can trigger them, right?
Yep, you can use them with anybody. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so another thing, because this hack is very short, and also to sort of go along with the story that you're forming a rebel group to take down the kingdom, there's no shopping in this game, which might be a little misleading when you see this map with shops up here because they were there in the existing game, although they're closed right now. You can't actually visit them, especially since
they're scenery dressing.
Yeah, the boss is kind of camping on one. And even if you get her off of that and go over to the shop, you can't go in. But yeah, there's no money management at all, and thus there's a lot of drops in this game. Like, look, Goddess Icon, Secret Book, Longbow, Vulnerary, Sword Slayer, Hoplon Guard, every map is going to have a ton of droppables for you to get.
Yeah, so it's never like you have to manage what's going on, like, you got no money, you can't supply yourself, you'll have pretty much everything you need and a little surplus just in case.
Yep.
So for context on what's happening here, you managed to piss off a noble in record time over him raising the taxes to get a mansion built before winter comes. And so you end up in a gang war between your mercenaries and his group, along with this guy who was just coming to deliver some tea to him.
Oh yeah, Orville was delivering him totally not poisoned tea, because he's not nefarious at all. Actually, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy.
Very trustworthy. Also, wait, I had animations off by default, but because of the one of the patches in this, holding L will turn animations on.
Oh yeah, I love hearing about people turning that on by accident, just wondering if their game was glitching out.
Well, the accidental part is if you have animations on, and if you're holding A, then they will turn off. Like, that's an enemy phase thing. But, yeah. We could show off Orville a bit here.
Yeah. As you might be able to guess by his general portrait and size, he's based around taking damage and then just eating it back up from the opponent.
Yeah, you might have...
taking what belongs to other people.
Yeah, you might have seen his massive 20 con. He's a fat boy. So, he can wield Nosferatu with no AS loss. And this map is basically a tutorial on what he does, because... he has Nosferatu and base 10 speed, and almost every enemy in this map has 13 AS or less, so they will not double him. It's basically just show like, hey, check out these things he can do with Nosferatu. So he's not getting doubled, didn't even get doubled by that hero over here, for instance.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, obviously he can't deal with a longbow person himself just by tanking it all, so he has to rely on everyone else to cover those things.
Yeah, but not only longbows, this map does have some enemies that will absolutely annihilate him. Monks. These are not your average monks.
Yeah, cap speed does that to you.
Yeah, I mean, even with Vanilla Divine, that's still 16 AS. These things will one-round this guy.
Despite being so fat, he's not particularly good at dealing with magic.
Yeah,
that inspiration doesn't really exist right now.
He will just immediately die to any magic, really. Let's see. Steel Lance. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got your own Sage to throw at other res enemies and others normal fights. You've also got Celia, who has a surprising amount of resistance to deal with them.
Yeah, Celia is... yeah, it's a fun stat spread, honestly. Like, she actually got 2 speed levels in the last map. But yeah, high strength, low skill, low defense, high res. It's the same stat spread as Terry from Four Kings, but just on a hero and without the Bowbreaker shenanigans. Oh, I need to remember to do animations.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That speed probably helps. My Celia, when I played this, was never doubling.
Yeah, you do not have a generic axe. But another thing to highlight about this game, because it's so short, I made it so supports are all fixed. They still use the same affinity bonuses from Four Kings. So, for instance, Daltry's got his Lightning affinity, which gives +5 crit for every support. Then Celia over here has Ice, which is defense. Fire for Lorelei is attack. Anima is crit avoid, which Daltry desperately wants because he has 5 luck.
It's also worth noting that all forms of support still increase your hit.
Yep, every single affinity gives, I believe, +5. It's so you're always going to be getting hit regardless. Let's see. Yep, this should work.
So
And
now you're getting coming from behind. Dalty's right there, not taking any crit despite what his luck would tell you.
Yeah, he gets a whopping 10 crit avoid from Regina, so he's pretty safe with her around.
Yeah.
And now we got all these monks advancing. So
Yeah, Monk Train is coming, so could possibly deal with that.
probably the person with the best res.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful of that crit rate though. Light magic plus high
Yep.
skill does that.
But that's why I have a pure water. Learn to use your
So
pure
pure
waters,
water.
kid. Yeah. Use your pure waters, kids. They're really good. Oh yeah, show off Lorelei's palette.
Yes, of Christmas, some purple thrown in for good measure.
Purple and green is a nice color combination, I think. 1, 2, 3. Let's see.
When's this gonna be a hack with Christmas mages?
Well, depending on who you ask, May and Bowie are sort of that. So let's see. You have. So this is another place where supports really come in handy because this is 21 res. These guys have 23 attack, so she doesn't have to worry. This guy is 27, but she has an ice affinity, which gives her defense for every support. So with Lorelei and Regina in range, that's 1, 2, 3. That is 3 extra res. So she's actually getting 24. These guys are tanking her.
It doesn't even matter if they're critting or not, if 0 times 3 is still 0.
Yep, and let's see. Okay, yeah. Orville, you can just camp there.
Yeah, thankfully he doesn't die in a single hit to a fighter, because that would be problematic.
Yeah. That's the nice part about having capped con. Your speed is always going to be that way, no matter what. And let's see. How do you deal against this guy? Okay, yeah, you will have plenty of speed.
Not particularly good.
But with supports active, you will definitely kill. And, yep, perfect.
You still don't want her taking too many of those, because she is
Yeah.
not particularly good for taking hits.
Yeah.
Also, if you note, you're probably questioning why dark magic is so much accuracy in this.
Oh yeah, I did just flatly increase. Well, one, I did just give it a flat increase to accuracy, but also Orville himself has really high skill.
Yeah, so if you really need to drain something, you know he's going to get it back in case he's getting double, because wouldn't that be a shame? You're getting doubled by a dude, get hit the first time, miss your Nosferatu, and then just die anyways.
Yep. Ooh, nice. That's actually a nice dodge, Celia. That was a not nice miss, Celia.
Yeah. Second time around was good then.
Yep.
Anyone can pick him off from there.
Now, let's see. So these guys over here, I could... Daltry cannot reach. Well, actually, I want to kill this sage.
Not with the iron bow, maybe with silver.
Yeah, well, if I get some more supports in range, I could do it. Because this is the kind of thinking I want the player to have. Like, oh, I can't kill this guy normally, but if I move a couple people over, I can get those supports active. Because now, if I have... Yeah?
Yeah, me and the boys about to use some support stacking.
And now, with everyone all on board, yep. Now, the only thing is, that's a silver bow. That might hurt.
Yeah, could get there.
And let's see.
Orville is not dealing with magic as we've once stated.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah, she doesn't take a lot of damage, but she doesn't kill it immediately.
yeah. I don't. Well, let's see. Probably the safer option is to do this. Because when he dies, then this archer's gonna come over and smack whoever.
Yeah, there's the possibility, unless for some reason the archer moves first and other Fire Emblem AI shenanigans.
Yep. Oh yeah, and let's see, where's... Wait, what is my select button? I'm playing on MGBA today for just better recording quality. I usually use VBA. I don't remember what I put select on, so I was gonna pull up like all the display all enemy ranges thing, but I don't remember what button that is.
Oh yeah, that is a function in a lot of hacks now. You can just press one button, and like a lot of new games, it'll immediately display where everyone can attack.
Yep.
I won't say who's attacking where, but you know your general threat ranges.
Oh wow.
Also, nice crit there.
2% crit. That was pretty good. That's the Daltrey support coming in. So let's see if I heal you. A nice thing about having such a short hack is I don't really have to worry about potential like staff grinding stuff. Because usually in any sort of full-length hack, there will always be some people who are like, oh, I got the early mage, I'm going to promote them early and have them be my staffer. But with Lorelei and Orville, they both have base D, and they come with a mend. And
well, yeah, you also don't have to promote them.
Yeah, and you're probably not going to heal too much with them. But also, it makes the eventual dedicated staffer with base A really stand out. So, let's see, 14, 30, 27, 28, and...
Yeah, you just gotta consider which ones he's actually going to kill.
1, 2... So, Daltrey with a support active has 16 defense. He would...
Active 29 from that Axe Cav.
Yeah, it's probably safer to not even try baiting that mercenary and just go for him next turn. Yeah, okay.
I just have the backing of your squad.
Hey, that's the kind of fun we have with Daltrey, because Thunder supports are just really fun with my affinities, because you can do stuff like that, where he just do this.
Yeah, Cricket's got nothing on this.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
Magic Daltrey.
That's a level, I guess. Now let's see. Now, the boss said earlier that reinforcements are going to show up on turn 8 from our starting position, so we gotta hurry. And
you gotta find Daltrey some magic sword because he's getting the magic for it.
Oh, well, I can get that very shortly, right here. So, this is actually the same village from the same house from Chapter 13, Four Kings. So, it's the guy who runs the armory up there in the top left, which normally sells really good magic swords. And in Four Kings he gives you a wind sword, and this he gives you a rune sword. Both of which...
not taking with Orville wasn't enough, you can do it with Daltrey.
Yep, until that breaks anyway. So let's see, that's pretty bad hit rates.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Alright, so these guys have that range, yeah.
Plus it's covering right there.
Yep, so definitely stay out of her range. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good
Well,
odds.
even safer.
Let's see.
Yep, that's an Orville level. Oh yeah, I should show off his funny growths because crap, I don't remember what my select button is.
All those reds though.
Yeah, okay. Well, the funny number I wanted to show off was he has 195 HP growth.
Yeah, he just gets a lot of HP.
Of course, I had to spoil the joke by explaining it because I don't remember my button.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Alright, so let's heal up.
Didn't make the Waluigi L with them?
Oh, I coulda. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Because now there's these two weirdos over here. So
yeah, they got stuff.
Yeah, he's got a Sword Slayer, which will annihilate Daltrey and Celia, who are, the normal physical tanks. which means it's time for Orville to do things. And just for safety, let's save.
Yeah, this does take the place of suspending the game, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, let me show off the menu, because, yeah, it's a very short-looking menu today. There's no suspend option, which means if you want to save and resume, then you just hit, well, you use the save point, then you do your soft reset command. Control R, whatever it is.
Yeah. I assume if someone wanted to kind of suspend the game and save for later, that's what save states are for, considering how we play these games.
Yeah, although, ooh, nice dodge, actually. But, with...
Okay, that wouldn't have killed him.
Nah, he would have survived easy, because neither of them doubles. But yeah, now it's turn 8, so things are gonna happen.
It will kill him if it hits.
Yep, alternatively, yeah.
They're doubling with the hand axe, may as well go for it.
Yep, and that's a Sword Slayer. Now, let's see. You have no res, so yeah, I want both my mages up there when doing this.
She does have a brave bow, though.
Yep, but she's also very slow. So, nice hop on guard. Yeah, that's the second one. There was one in chapter 1 that's currently sitting on Orville. Because if any of you know me, I do like low luck people.
Yeah, considering the various methods you do have to nullify them, leaving someone unchecked could mean a swift end, especially against like monks who can get around 20% crit later on with aura and stuff.
Yep. But yeah, so set everybody up. And yep, there's the reinforcements.
Ambush spawns?
Yeah. I mean, you were warned about them. Also, I didn't hit L fast enough, so we didn't see those animations. But we will.
Yes, you just gotta enable boss animations by default.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Orville's just gonna take on an entire squad. Nothing at all, really.
Yeah. Pretty much the Orville tutorial over here. So
Whatever.
let's see. Ooh, yeah. Let's do that.
He'll go down easy.
So, if you want a little pro tip here, this boss, if you decide to corner her with 3 extra units, which I could do right now, and bait her into using her Silver Axe, you can actually get that Brave Bow. I'm not going to do it, because this is a 1-chapter playthrough. I'd rather be safer about it. Also, it
But
looks
if
like...
your Regina isn't doing enough damage, then you know what to do.
Yep. Also, that village gave us a little hint about another character who might be showing up. A frightful soldier of sorts. Wonder if we'll see him
Sir
later.
not appearing in this trailer.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see him later. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just smack him safely.
And...
Showing on animations for the kill.
Yep. And some classic, well, not classic, it's GBA, but it's F-Zero music.
Yeah, but who plays F-Zero?
I mean,
Listens to his music.
well, I played GX. It's really hard, but it's very good.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that about it.
Yeah, but that was chapter 2, so we can continue talking.
Congratulations on being the boss, now you're surrounded.
Yep. That's what those reinforcements were for. But now, we talked over this a little earlier, but let's see if someone's gonna help us. And, hey!
Several support are gonna help you.
It's generic townspeople. Guess they're not quite fans of the mayor here. Also, well, that guy was called Frank in the cutscene, just because I think Frank is a funny name. I don't know about any of you, but I think it's funny.
That's what you call hot dogs.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hot dogs are a funny food.
Hot dogs are something that, like, for a long time I never really liked eating, but recently I've been having more hot dogs, and they're okay. They're quick, as long as you put, like, mustard and relish on them. I think they're fine enough.
Yeah, I just feed them to the crabs. They love them.
But yeah. So, Daltrey and company are run out of town.
Being fugitives with no real goals at the present and just looking to figure out what they can do at all.
Also, Orville, I guess you could say this is a little bit of a Vision Quest joke because Orville's portrait is used in that. Orville knows how to cook. Oh, but now it's nighttime. So yeah, stuff like this. Oh, it's meant to be an introspective look at Daltrey, but I think we're getting a little interference from a shadowy figure who may or may not look familiar. If you've played Four Kings, you probably know who this is. But it seems like it's his idea to go check out the castle. And that's Chapter 2 of Four Kings Deposition. Hope you all enjoyed this look at the hack. If you're interested in trying it, check it out on FEU. Or if you haven't played the original Four Kings yet, you can also give that a try, because these are inherently connected games. So, this was KrashBoomBang. That's your cue. Okay, the joke's not funny anymore. Well, this was KrashBoomBang with Juggernaut. Thank you for watching.